SRO Chairman S. Somanath on Sunday informed the space agency maiden small satellite launch vehicle, SSLV, suffered data loss at the terminal stage. Although 3 stages performed and separated, and said the space agency was analyzing the data to ascertain the status of the vehicle and the satellites. SSLV-D1, EOS-02 was carrying an Earth observation satellite and a student satellite. All stages performed as expected. The first stage performed and separated, second stage performed and separated. The third stage also performed and separated, and in the terminal phase of the mission. Some data loss is occurring and we are analyzing the data and we will come back on the status of the satellites as well as the vehicle performance soon, Somanath said from the Mission Control Center. Here, minutes after the launch vehicle lifted off from the spaceport, a jubilant mood in the Mission Control Center soon made way to anxiety, before Somanath updated about the mission status. ISRO's maiden small satellite launch vehicle, SSLV, carrying Earth observation satellite EOS-02 and co-passenger student satellite AzadiSAT lifted off from this spaceport on Sunday. The SSLV-D1, EOS-02 mission by the Indian Space Agency is aimed at garnering a larger pie in the small launch vehicles market, as it can place the satellites into low Earth orbit. The SSLV can put payloads, mini, micro or nano satellites, weighing up to 500 kilograms into the 500 kilometers planar orbit, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, said. At the end of a 7.5-hour countdown, the 34 meters long SSLV soared majestically at 9:18 a.m. amid cloudy skies to place the satellites into the intended orbit. The EOS-02 is an experimental optical remote sensing satellite with a high spatial resolution. It's us to realize and fly an experimental imaging satellite with a short turnaround time and to demonstrate launch-on-demand capability. EOS-02 belongs to the microsatellite series of spacecrafts. The AzadiSAT is a 8U CubeSat weighing around 8 kgs. It carries 75 different payloads, each weighing around 50 grams. Girl students from rural regions across the country were provided guidance to build these payloads. The payloads are integrated by the student team of Space Kids India. The ground system developed by Space Kids India will be utilized for receiving the data from this satellite, ISRO said. SSLV's all stages performed as expected, but suffered data loss at terminal phase of the mission, says ISRO Chief Somanath.